Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want.
So I feel like it is crunch time. I have not even gotten through the first act of this book, and I'm trying to get it like completely edited this month, which sounds like a little undoable, I'm not gonna lie. But I also know myself, and I know that sometimes I operate the best in this way, where I just kind of procrastinate a little bit and then it kicks me into gear, raises the stakes, and then suddenly I'm able to like really focus on like the goal, which is why I set goals, because it's the deadline. The deadline is key for me, at least. I did get some work done really early this morning, like at 4:30, because I was having a full-blown insomnia night. I used to have insomnia really bad when I was a teenager, and so like I know how to cope with it, but as an adult it hasn't bothered me as much. But I still have some nights just out of the blue where I literally can't sleep, and last night was one of them. So at 4:30 in the morning, I dragged myself out of bed and started working on my book. Trying to see this as like a weird kick in the butt to just like get it done. I did edit like 2 chapters this morning, and I got like through the rough parts. Like I still feel like the first 3 chapters of this book are just really rough, and I think the decision I'm making is that I'm going to send it to my beta readers, because I think what it is a prose issue. The things that happen need to happen. Obviously it's set up, and I think it's just the prose, and I've gone round and round with them, and I just need someone else to look at them. And thankfully Andrew, my husband, is like, that is his strong point of storytelling, is the actual prose of a book, which is the opposite of what I'm good at. Like, it's almost like if we would just write a book together, like it would be a great book. So anyways, that's what we're doing today. I'm outside trying to like get some sunlight, reset the, what is it, circadian rhythm? Circadian or circadian? My brain is just not working. Oh my gosh. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think it's circadian. Now it doesn't even sound like a word.
5 points from Gryffindor.
I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. We're in the sunshine. We hear the birds. We feel good about it. And I'm hesitating to put an actual goal on this like writing session day, whatever, whatnot. I really want to get through the first act. I just really do. So I might just end up pushing myself to like get her there. Okay, I did it. We finished Act 1. I sent it to my beta readers. I'm so excited. It feels a lot better than it has previously. I definitely think I still need a lot more line work, but given that I'm trying to do so many edits at once, like I feel like I got it to a decent place, and then the next edit on it will be kind of more what I was envisioning for this whole like editing, where we're at in the whole editing process. Hopefully that made some sort of sense. But yes, I am finally through Act 1 with this book. Maybe we can get it edited by the end of the month. I have no idea at all. I am headed to Panera to get some writing done, and then after that I might go to a farmer's market I've never been to. I don't know. I don't actually need anything, but I kind of want to scope it out, so I think that might be fun. But the goal for today is to actually get some writing done. We are through Act 1 for the editing, and I sent it off to my beta readers, so that feels amazing. Feels like we're finally making progress. I split my books into 4 quarters, so we're 1/4 of the way there, and it feels so good.
the Glendeed Burke has a funny old crew. They sing the boatman's song. They burn the pitch, the pine.
Good morning. So I am actually on my way back to Panera right now. It's the next day. The farmer's market was so cute. I loved the flowers. I didn't get them at the time, but I definitely see myself going back and picking up some of their flower arrangements. I did end up grabbing some fresh milk, which was also really good, from like a local farm, so that was cool. And I got through, I think, 2.5 chapters yesterday, so I'm on chapter 10. I think I'm halfway through it, which means I'm like a third of the way through the book, so progress is happening. I really could not be happier with the progress that I'm making, just because it feels like nothing was happening for so long, and now finally I'm like in the zone with it. I definitely don't want to lose that. I'm just gonna ride this train until it stops. And so we're going back to Panera for a little bit, not as long as yesterday. And you know, yesterday I forgot my headphones, which I would think would be like a disaster, because how do you block out the noise? But it turns out that I couldn't get onto YouTube, and therefore I had to actually focus on writing. So hot tip, forget your earphones. You might not get as distracted. Yeah, so I'm actually not bringing my earphones on purpose this time, because I really, really want to get through these edits, and it's going so well. So we're just going to do the same thing again today. Okay, I am gross. I just worked out. It's fine. We're obviously back from Panera, and it's the toddler's nap time, so we're gonna get some more work done. I'm coming up against some developmental problems in this act, so am I regretting editing in the way that I am? Like, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely prefer to have a separate developmental edit from like all the other more detail focused edits, but like I'm pushing through it. It's fine. We're doing okay, but I definitely feel like when I get feedback back from my beta readers, I'm definitely going to need to do like more line editing. It's just not where I actually want it to be sending it to them, but also for whatever reason with this project, I can't seem to like really hone in on what it needs. I don't know. Every project is different, and potentially I really just needed to do a separate developmental edit. Like, I really do feel like that was the problem, and I kind of did it to myself. But alas, we made our decisions. We are working through it. What chapter am I on? I am in chapter 13, which is really great progress. But it is going to definitely slow down now that I've hit these chunkier developmental issues. Chapter 16 is halfway through, and we're on 13. So 3-4-ish chapters to go before we're technically halfway through the book. And it's June 15th, so we're halfway through the time we have allotted to get through it. So we're definitely a little behind. A lot behind, because I wanted to have time for another edit once I get feedback from my beta readers. Yeah, we'll see how it all pans out, but currently we're behind. So because of that, I'm going to stop talking to you and work through this chapter and try to maybe get this chapter done by the end of the day. And then tomorrow I have a writing date with Andrew. But I don't think I'm going to be working on this project because we might be working on something else. So, yeah. We might be done for the week here. We are about to have one humongous make it work moment. Except that it's going to last for like 2 weeks. We're about to have a big ol' make it work 2 weeks. That's where we're at. So I replotted the whole second half of Act 2A. Like, all of it. I'm actually really, really, really excited about I feel like I unlocked the next level, honestly. But it does mean that the edits that I'm doing are just gonna go so much more slowly. Yeah, so quick update. I'm changing everything. I had a brainstorming session. Kind of realized where I could do better. I've been wanting to add a certain collision between two characters and, well, really 2 entities, and it just hasn't existed up until now. And I kind of realized, 1, where it could go, and 2, a change in the progression of the romance. And both of those things combined basically turned into replotting half of this act. So we've got a lot to do. Yeah, I 100% did not expect the developmental edits of this book to be so intensive. When I plotted, I thought it was amazing, and quite honestly, it's a good book, plotted the way that I plotted it, but I don't know, it's like that next level thing where, I don't know, I think what it is I got in really deep into the world building like a little too late. Like, I'm just now feeling like the world building is where I want it to be, and that is causing huge developmental edit effects. So while I could just go with it and it would be a decent book, and I could of course finish it out and start querying it, I don't want to, because I am really, really, really excited and happy with the changes if I can pull them off, which I think I can. Really all that's happening right now is a very intense developmental edit that I wasn't expecting, but again, it's going to be so much better. So much better. Can I pull it off in 15 days? I don't know, probably not, but I still think the book is going to be 100% better for it. And this is my pirate book, and I'm obsessed with pirates, and so the fact that I get to add this certain element that I've been wanting to add that hasn't come through so far is just, it's just so on point for a pirate book, and it needs to happen. So I am throwing all the cares away of whether or not I actually achieve editing this book within this month, and I'm gonna give it the time that it needs at this point, in the time that I feel like it actually deserves. And oh my goodness, I wish I could tell you all of the details, because I'm so stinking excited for this next version of this book. I think it's gonna be so much stronger. It really helps the enemies to lovers trope out a little bit, and also the pirate thing is happening. So yeah, I'm excited.